The security guard's voice was firm. Sir, you need to leave the property. The man stood tall, unmoving, his deep brown eyes locked with the guard's. I'm not leaving, he said, calm but unshakable. And then, I stepped outside. The moment he saw me, his whole body froze. It was a bright Saturday morning in Crestwood Heights, an upscale neighborhood with manicured lawns and white fences. The kind of place where nothing out of the ordinary ever happened. I had just finished watering my front garden when I noticed him, a man standing near the gated entrance of my property. Tall, broad shoulders, faded navy hoodie, jeans. His hands were in his pockets, and his gaze was locked on my house like it wasn't just a building, but something personal. At first I thought he was lost, but minutes passed, and he didn't move. A black SUV with the Crestwood security logo pulled up. 2 guards stepped out. One of them, Carl, walked toward him. Sir, you're on private property. You need to leave, Carl said. The man didn't blink. I'm not leaving, Carl stiffened. If you don't go, I'll have to call the police. Do what you have to do, the man replied. His tone wasn't aggressive, it was steady, like he knew something no one else did. I should have gone back inside, but curiosity pulled me forward. I stepped onto my driveway. Is there a problem? Both guards turned to me, but the man's eyes locked onto mine. And in that moment, something changed in his face. Shock, disbelief, maybe even recognition. Carl spoke quickly. Ma'am, this man has been loitering outside your property. We're about to escort him off. The man shook his head. I'm not loitering. I'm here for her. A shiver ran through me. For me? Do I know you? He stepped forward. Not yet, but I know this house, and I know your family. Carl moved in front of me. Ma'am, please step back. The man's voice didn't rise. I just need to see the inside of this house. One last time. The way he said one last time made my stomach tighten. What's your name? I asked. Malik Johnson. The name didn't mean anything to me. Until he added, this house used to belong to my family. My father built it with his own hands. That's not possible, I said. The previous owners were the Harrisons, he finished. They bought it after my father lost it. He told us his father, Samuel Johnson, was a carpenter who built the house decades ago. But a bad loan and a streak of misfortune forced them to sell. They never came back. Carl crossed his arms. Ma'am, we should really ask him to leave. But I couldn't. Something about Malik didn't feel like a threat. He felt connected. And then, he said something that stopped me cold. You look just like her, like my sister did when she was your age. My sister? I asked. Yes, Malik said. She disappeared when we were kids. Our mom told us she went to live with relatives up north. I never saw her again. A memory stirred, a photograph in my attic of my late mother as a child, standing beside a boy I didn't recognize. I'd once asked my grandmother about him. She'd brushed it off. Just a neighborhood friend. Now, I wasn't so sure. Against the guards' protests, I told Malik to come inside. He stepped into the hallway, his eyes scanning every corner. He reached out, brushing the wooden banister with his fingers. My father carved this himself, he murmured. I went upstairs, digging through boxes until I found it. The faded photograph? A little girl, a boy, standing on the front steps of this house. When I handed it to Malik, his eyes widened, his voice cracked. That's me. And that's my sister, Naomi. My heart pounded. My mother's middle name was Naomi. Malik's voice trembled. She disappeared when I was 9. Mama said she'd gone to a better life, but she never told us where. And I realized, Malik wasn't just some man outside my gate. He was my uncle. We sat in the living room for hours as he told me about my mother's childhood stories she never had the chance to tell me herself. He told me about the tree they used to climb in the backyard, about the nights they'd sit by the fire, dreaming of a future they never got to share. When Malik finally stood to leave, I walked him to the gate myself. Carl looked at me. You sure you're okay with this, ma'am? I nodded. Yes, he's family. Malik turned back, his voice soft. I came here to see the house, but I found something better. And as I watched him walk away, I realized he wasn't the only one who had found something that day. Because sometimes, the people who refuse to leave are the ones who are meant to stay all along.